storyteller's secret fact is that when he was a kid, he was the fastest kid in school, and he genuinely believed that the reason he was so fast was because of the magical power of eating his own boogers. Please welcome Jeff Harry.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. All right, here we go. You can hear me? Sweet. Okay. I'm 12 years old. It is the first day of 7th grade. I've already been sitting through so many periods of class, and I've been waiting for recess so I can play Foursquare. I'm so excited to play Foursquare that I'm singing a song about Foursquare as I walk down the hall. Gonna play some Foursquare, gonna play some Foursquare, gonna play some Foursquare. I'm outside on the playground, ready to play Foursquare, but no one else is on the square. You can't play Foursquare with one square. It's literally in the name. Everyone is on the asphalt, just talking. Why is everyone just talking? So I go over to Matt Johnson and I ask, hey, you want to play some Foursquare? Nah. Yo, did you know that Ryan Matthews is going out with Ashley? They made it to first base. First base. So I look over to the baseball field, but no one's there. Nah, man, first base kissing. Also, do you know that Mark is now going out with Sarah? So do they want to play Foursquare? Because that's too many people per team who are playing Foursquare. I'm just trying to. Apparently, no one wants to play Foursquare because everyone is playing a new game called Being Cool. What I don't know about Being Cool is that certain people have already been selected as the cool kids. Was there an election? I didn't receive a mail-in ballot. This new game is rigged. Certain people are already anointed as the king and queens of cool, which did not include me. I just wanted to play Foursquare. But after so many recesses of sitting in the squares on my own, I'm lonely. So I think, okay, I'll play the cool game because I just want to belong. I'm living in a very white Chicago suburb. I am one of maybe 30 kids of color at my school. I'm an awkward, nerdy, Vincentian, Caribbean, Black, Filipino kid. So what do I need to do to be cool? First off, I need new clothes. So I buy these Z Cavaricci acid wash jeans, some Gerbeau shirts, but the last thing I need, I can't get it. All the cool boys have long, luscious bangs. Bangs so long that when they flick them out of their way, they're like, excuse me, I can't hear you behind these luscious bangs. I'm Black and Filipino. My hair doesn't do that. It is shaped like a microphone. So I steal my sister's Vidal Sassoon mousse and pour so much into my hair and push it down so that it would freeze, creating a frozen bang. Little did I know that this mousse dries up over time. So by 5th period, my frozen bang has now turned into a raccoon's butt growing out of my forehead. Why, hello, ladies. ladies. One day someone comes up to me and says, you should date Hannah. She's Asian and you're Asian, so you'd be cute together. That is how white my school is. They are pairing up races. So I'm like, if this is what makes me cool, all right. So Hannah gives me a triangle note to start our relationship. In the note is a map explaining that we will be exchanging 2 triangle notes per day. Also, we will be having a call every night at 7 p.m. Do you know how hard it is to fold a triangle note? Do you know what is even harder? Trying to figure out what to write in a triangle note, especially after you just saw the person earlier in the day and you have never spoken to a girl before. She calls and asks, so how was your day? It's inside the note. I wake up in the morning with anxiety, trying to figure out what will I write her today, because nothing has happened between 7 p.m. and 8:30 a.m. before the note exchange. Then 2 weeks in, she says she's breaking up with me. Wait, what? But I wrote all those triangle notes. So now 3/4 of the year has passed. I got the clothes, I got the frozen bangs that still look like the raccoon's butt. And now I've dated and I'm newly single. Now I'm in, right? Now I'm cool, right? Then Matt Johnson comes up to me and is like, are you going to Ryan's pool party? Everyone who's anyone is going to be there. That's it. That's it. If I go to the party, I'm in. I will have finally arrived. I finally will belong. Oh, by the way, it's invite only. Invite only? What does that even mean? You have to know someone already in to get in. Really? So I spend the whole week begging the in people if I could go with them. Finally, I ask Antonio Santiago and Joey Villagomez if I can go with them. And they say, maybe. So for the next 2 weeks, I do whatever I can to get them to say yes. I bring them lunch. I carry their book bags. I become their triangle note courier. Finally, the night of the party is here. And I'm going. I will be going to the best party of my lifetime. Yes. So I put on my acid wash jean swim trunks because they had a pool where I could play. I douse myself with a half bottle of Drakkar Noir. Antonio's mom drives us. I'm in the car quietly singing to myself, going to the party, going to the party, going to the party. It's already dark, but hot enough that the pool is going to feel awesome. There's already a crowd of people gathering in front of the house as we pull up because it's the party of the year. We get dropped off 20 feet before the entrance and we come out of the car all cool, doing a smooth, I'm cool walk. As we get 10 feet to the entrance, we hear people arguing. Carl, Keith, Ron, and a few other people are trying to get into the party, but they aren't being let in. Now, Carl, Keith, and Ron happen to be Black, like me. And people start pushing and shoving each other, and someone says, get the fuck out of here. We aren't letting any niggers into this party. I feel that gut punch. I'm thinking, I'm a nigger. Are they gonna let me into this party? My heart sinks down to my spleen. And I feel as if water has like filled up my knees and just like instantly froze. I'm 5 feet from the entrance. And I can't move a muscle. And Antonio turns and says, "Come on, man, we'll be fine." And I'm thinking, no, you'll be fine. I'm gonna be left out of this party to sit on the curb. I don't even know where I am. I don't know how to get home from here. So I slowly stumble up to the front. And there's a group of white guys that look at Antonio, look at Joey, and then they look at me. Is he black? I just stand there looking at them, and I don't say anything. Antonio's like, "Nah, he's Latino." And with a nonchalant attitude, they just waved us through. It's no big deal for them. But for me, this is everything. A wave of relief comes over me. And as I'm crossing that threshold through the door, I'm anticipating this immense amount of joy to fill me. But as soon as I walked in, I feel like I've abandoned myself on the curb. There are 50 people in the party talking, laughing, music, and I can't hear a thing. I'm just filled with so much like disgust and shame. And I just want to hide. So I go to the pool where no one is playing. And I just sink to my neck in that freezing water, thinking, I gave it all up for this? I feel lonelier than I've ever felt in my entire life. So I give up being cool. I stay in my basement and I play my weird games by myself. And then I think, I'm gonna invite some of my friends to play my weird games. And word starts to get out that if you go hang out in Jeff's basement, you don't have to be cool. Every weekend, we make up games. We pop mattresses to build forts and throw ourselves at them, which is my new version of Foursquare. It's the most fun I ever had playing these ridiculous games in my basement. And I realized that the thing that I've been searching for this entire time is right here. When I'm with the people I like, doing the stuff I find the most fun for me. This is where I belong.
Jeff Harry. When Jeff came to me, I always say to the storytellers, there is no theme. So Jeff and Lindsay are the storytellers who brought a new story today, and I always say there isn't a theme, and I say, you know, there's certain things that make good stories, but like, what's the one that's bursting out of you? Usually there's a reason. And Jeff was like, I've got a really funny story about my haircut. And then, as is often the case when we're doing the story coaching, we just like got a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, and then this came out. And of course, I'm like, is this okay? Are you okay to tell this? And God love him, he was. And I knew, like, it's such a great story. It's such a powerful story. And oh my God, he's so funny. And if you have been to a True Story show before, you'll know that sometimes that's like my favorite kind of story, where it's just like, it's like they're coming up and they're like, oh, we're just tickling you, boom, we just punched you in the stomach emotionally. But that's when it lands. And I have to say, this is the 5th show, I think, that we've done online since the lockdown hit. And during that story, one of my like favorite, stories aside, the actual stories themselves aside, one of my favorite experiences was watching everybody else during Jeff's story. I don't want to name anyone in particular, but there was a few people where like watching your response to Jeff's story was so delightful. Like watching you rolling around laughing made me burst with joy. So if you are on camera and you were rolling around laughing during that, like, thank you so much. You just made me so happy. That was really a beautiful, wonderful thing. And thank you, Jeff. Jeff, if you go to the chat, then Brune has posted, if you scroll through, you'll see Brune's posts of Jeff on Instagram, on YouTube, and on his website. Jeff literally plays for a living now and teaches other people too as well. He runs workshops and he does coaching. And he's a wonderful teacher. I'm running a workshop next summer that he's going to come and do an insert with another guy, Gary Ware. And his YouTube videos during lockdown, and especially during the last few weeks, his videos on Instagram make me so happy. He is so funny. If you're on Instagram, go find him, because it will just make your life infinitely better.